Today we're going to talk about praise in the target language. Using praise in the target language is really a first and really easy step to build a foreign language soundscape for the pupils, as well as to develop your confidence in using the target language regularly. Pupils really need to hear their teacher speak in the foreign language as much as possible, and for a real purpose, and the purpose is to praise them, and that will help with also the pupils eventually maybe using the target language for their own purpose in a spontaneous way. Okay, so you can start really simply by using a lot of adjectives, and adjectives are really good because they're one word and a lot of them are going to be cognates, and if you use them with the right facial expressions and hand gestures and body language, as well as using your own reward system, the children will get the message pretty quickly. So in French, for example, you could start with super, excellent, fantastique. In German, you could do toll, fantastisch, ausgezeichnet. And in Spanish, for instance, you could do genial, excelente, fantástico. Okay, once you have your adjectives really, once you're confident in using them and the children really understand them, you can then build up with using some qualifiers that extend a little bit what you say, give different levels, and also can sound a bit colloquial but a bit fluent. So in French, for example, you can do bien, good, or très bien, or vachement bien, which is a bit colloquial. In German, you can do gut, sehr gut, echt gut. Or in Spanish, you can do bien, or add to the qualifier and make it muy bien. You can also build your praise into specific noun phrases. So starting from your adjectives again and adding a noun. So in French, you could do super réponse, super effort. In German, you could do gute Arbeit or gute Antwort. And in Spanish, you could do buen trabajo or excelente respuesta. Okay. Once the pupils are really familiar with this, and if you have been very consistent in using your reward system that you already have, but with the foreign language phrases, the pupils now understand that they're getting rewards and getting praise. So what you can then do is adapt what reward system you have in English into the foreign language. So for example, if you give points in French, they would become un point. If you give greens, they would become un vert. So you can just find the translation: a star, une étoile. And then you can start to use that, and you can easily adapt charts that you have in your classrooms already with the foreign language. And that would be brilliant, because then you can take that little bit of foreign language out of the 20-minute session into the whole curriculum. So every time you're rewarding a pupil, giving them a point or a star, you can do it in the target language, whatever you are teaching. And once pupils are familiar, you can even add a verb to what you're saying, to say, I give you a green, je donne un vert, or, and building up into full sentences. So after a while, the pupils really understand that you're rewarding them in the target language for using the target language, for giving a good answer, for putting their hands up, and for using whatever target language they're learning. And some of them might even start to ask you for a reward in a kind of mix of English and Spanglish or Franglish. And this really is the moment you've been waiting for, because they're showing you that they're ready to build up their own sentences. And all you have to teach them is to say, I would like, because they already know a green, a point, a credit, and then they can build their own sentences, and this, you know, this magic moment when they're going to use the language for a real purpose to get a reward. So in French you would teach je voudrais, or in German ich möchte, and the phrases that they already know, so they can start to ask you for rewards in the target language. So this is so this would be the language of praise that we would use in the classroom. But obviously, there's loads of other language, target language, that can be spoken in the classroom, especially instructions and the language for pupils to ask for help in the target language. But that would be another video.